Like Spike B, Mike Rod, bitch ass cops.
Damn, man.
Probably one of the craziest stories or that cop killings that I've seen and murders, I should say, in quite some time. With what happened with Sonya Massey. People listening probably should know by now, but just in case you didn't. She called for help, said she heard something outside. Cops came through. Seemed a little bothered that they had to be there. I think she said when they arrived, please don't hurt me, and said something smart or whatever. Walked in, exchanged words here or there. He told her to go turn off the water that was boiling on the stove. She complied, went over, turned the water off. He was saying something, then she said, "I rebuke you in the name of the Lord." He said, "You better fucking not, or I'll shoot you in the fucking face." And she proceeded to take the pot down, and he was like, drop the pot, boom, boom, shot her. And
Headshot.
Yeah, and then that was even crazy. It was like, oh yeah, no need to go get mad. That's a headshot. She gone. It's just, it's just all kind of, and I'm paraphrasing, but the whole thing was fucked up. And I just, when I watched it, I just couldn't believe.
Damn, you watched it?
Yeah. I went back and forth a few times. I'm trying to see where the threat was, because
I couldn't bring myself to watch. I mean, once I heard about it, I couldn't bring myself.
Yeah,
to
I
watch
saw it too. Like I normally don't watch those things.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a graphic thing. Like you just know it happened. Like what I saw, you couldn't really see or whatever. So it was just like you just kind of more so heard it and just saw the cops, and you see her, I guess, like fall or whatever. But yeah, man, I could like, I mean, it leaves you kind of speechless. Like this motherfucker really murdered this lady, like, and told her he was about to murder her.
That shit been going on for a minute though.
Like straight up told her, be like,
yeah,
happened on
I'm
July
gonna
6th.
shoot you in the face.
Sangamon County Sheriff's Office.
And this isn't like an old story. You know how you hear these things and they be like,
Like,
something happened like months ago. Now this
months,
just happened.
Yeah.
It only came out that quick because they fired him so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
They fired him immediately. And to be, a couple things. I know we're short on time, but I do want to correct a couple of things.
Please.
I don't know what you were referring to by she said something smart.
Oh, well, when she said, which part? When she opened the door?
You said she opened the door and they talked him in. She said something smart, and they went inside.
Oh, yeah. I said that she said, "Please don't hurt me," or something like that. So
Right.
if I referenced it that way, then yeah, my bad.
Yeah, she didn't. From what I saw, I don't think she said anything smart to the cop. She was very, very, very obviously having a mental health break.
I know why I said that, because they probably, because in their mind they perceived her something like that. You're being smart in the mouth by me coming over to help you, and then here you go talking about please don't hurt me. So yeah, that's probably why I framed it that way. But go ahead.
I don't know, but yeah, I watched the whole video from the time they got out the car and they walked up to the house. But yeah, it was obvious that she was not in her right mind.
Really?
It was very, very obvious. And the thing was funny about, not funny, but interesting about all this, the day the video came out, I watched it. Yes, I watched it because I was just like, I heard the story and I was like, I need to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I knew that they were going to be releasing the body cam at some point. So when it went up, I was like, okay, let me click this and see what's happening. And I immediately said on Twitter, I was like, okay, it's obvious to me, a fucking idiot that knows nothing, that she's having a mental health break. And anytime you put anything on Twitter, all these fucking MAGA people start flooding in. And I even got a couple dumbass liberals that were like, where'd you get that from? She's not having a mental health break. Did you watch the fucking video? It's obvious. Yeah. She's talking to herself. She's not making any sense. They're asking her questions that she's not answering. They're asking her for ID. She's just talking in circles. And it wasn't like a street kid. You're like, give me your ID. Oh man, I ain't got it. Come on, man, give me your ID. Oh no, man, I lost it. No, she was just not making any fucking sense.
Was it a sense of like maybe her being nervous in the situation?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, she'd be.
Absolutely not. Like
wasn't
after,
nerves.
It wasn't
didn't
nerves?
seem like
no,
nerves.
her family said she has schizophrenia.
Oh, I don't know the
No,
whole.
I know you don't know. I'm
yeah.
not saying that you're, you know, but I'm saying like, after all these people were like, you made that up. Where'd you get that from? He's like, my fucking eyes. I'm not stupid. I'm watching the video. And it was like the very next day, her daughter came out and was like, yeah, my mother suffered from schizophrenia. And then I saw 2 days ago, the day before she was murdered, the cops were over there checking for her mental health. So they knew she
So
had
they were
mental
there
health
before.
issues.
They were there before.
Day before.
Same cops.
It wasn't the same cops. No.
But it was documented though. Still.
It should have been documented. Like we came to this woman's house because there was an issue with mental health. So they showed back up, and again, I watched the whole thing. I don't know how many people here watched it besides Ken.
I watched it.
That's what I did.
I cut it off.
Well, I mean the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. No,
I cut it off when she walked over there, walked back, and then when he said, "You better not," and I ain't watching him shoot her. I cut it off when she ducked down, kind of.
Yes, that was another thing I wanted to correct. So she didn't go over and grab the water and go down to the ground with the water. She left the water on the stove. She ducked down after he said, "I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face." She got scared, ducked down, and said, "Okay, I'm sorry."
I remember hearing her say, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Did she raise her hands up?
She raised her hands up, and here's the thing. He didn't back away. If you watch the video, he went towards her.
Yeah.
After saying, "Drop the pot," he went towards her with his gun out. She went to the ground, raised her hand, says, "I'm sorry." And then he said, "Drop the fucking pot, drop the fucking pot." Pot went in her hand at that point. But I've seen two different stories. One, people are saying that she didn't even have the pot and the water was never thrown on them. Other stories say that she did reach back up and flick the pot at him. I watched the video. Granted, I only watched it once. I don't see her throw the water.
I saw the same because I saw that as well. I saw you had said something on Twitter, and I was going through the replies, and then somebody was like, "Well, she threw the pot on him, pot of hot water on him," as a reply to what I forgot what you said. I was like, "What?
Still don't deserve her to
What?
lose her life.
Even
It
if
doesn't."
she-
But I'm like, where did he see that at?
I don't see it.
It's not there.
Yeah, it wasn't. So
It
well,
might be. That's the thing, because his camera wasn't on.
His partner, right?
The other guy's camera was on. The guy that shot her, his camera's not on.
he didn't turn it on.
He
until
turned it
after-
on
yeah,
later.
after she was shot.
Right. So she could have thrown the pot of water, but the whole point is he had every opportunity to back away and de-escalate situation. She was not a threat. This is a 100-pound woman with a pot of water. You're a fucking 300-pound, 6-foot cop with a gun
That you told her to shut off.
that you told her to go over there and shut off after you can tell. That's the thing. It's like, I'm never the smartest guy in the room. How can you not tell she's having a mental health break?
Well, and the other thing, like that, man, it was just, it baffled the shit out of me in so many ways. So he asked her to get the ID, and she exchanged something. She was like, "Can I go get my ID or something?" Going in her book bag or whatever. And then that's when he was like, "Go turn the pot of water off." She wasn't even close to the kitchen. She was going to get her ID,
He
right?
could have went and turned it off.
Yes. But the fact of the matter is the hot water at that time wasn't even a threat. Because she probably was cooking something. I don't know what she was doing, but
Who knows what she was doing?
She's
Making
trying
tea.
to get the ID that he asked for. She's in that moment proceeding to get that for him. And then he saw it, I guess, and said, "Hey, you need to go turn that off."
For what?
Why did he
Exactly.
perceive it as a threat? Like, why was the hot water a threat at that? Like you said, at that point.
I think from what I'm watching, I think at that point he knew she was not getting an ID. At that point, because this is minutes that she's just fumbling around and just saying nonsense. At that point, I think that cop knew that she was not right. I think that cop walked in there with a very typical superiority complex. He walked in there, wanted to be aggressive, wanted to tell her what to do. Yeah, you go do this. Give me your ID. You go do that. That's all it is. Like, I've seen, obviously, BLM steps in, and as they should, but I actually don't know if this was even a race issue this time. I think this is just a cop that fucking saw somebody that was mentally ill and was like, "You're nothing. You're shit. You're trash. You can put the black on top of it. That's extra trash."
On top of it,
The black is
You see what I'm
definitely on
saying?
top of it. Because you think he would have did that to a white
Yes,
person?
I do. I do. I think the way that cop was, this was his 6th job. He was fired from the Army for, well, I forget what it was. Serious misconduct?
Serious
Yeah, this
misconduct.
dude was a fucking menace.
He was discharged.
This dude was a menace.
2 DUIs.
He shouldn't even be a cop.
No.
Right, pretty much.
He should be a fucking librarian at best.
Mall cop or something.
So I don't know if the race thing is
So
a main
he's
factor.
just a reckless dude.
I think he's just a reckless fucking pig. But he probably saw that she was off and then was like, oh, she's also a nigger on top of her being off? Oh, you're extra garbage. Who shoots somebody in the fucking face, bro?
Over a pot of water.
Over a pot of
like
fucking
you shouldn't
water.
even be a policeman if you're not willing to take boiling water to the face. Like I feel like that's.
Well,
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying.
That's a bit extreme, dog.
Hey man, you signed
trying-
up.
trying to take somebody in the
You signed up for
face,
this.
bro.
Yeah,
You didn't sign up to take boiling water.
No,
to the
you don't
face.
sign up to get shot, killed, maimed.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you signed
No,
up for
you
all
don't.
of it.
No,
you
you
don't
don't.
really
they
sign
do.
up for that.
I think
That-
they do.
that's
If you are willing to become a cop, then you saying, "Hey, I'm willing to go out here and get shot."
You ready to
maimed,
die for this
killed.
shit, huh, Spike?
That's what they signed up for, me. They know what the job is.
it's a hazardous job, but
Hey,
you don't
man.
sign
Like I said, I
up.
wouldn't have died for this shit, bro.
Die for it, B.
Because fuck cops forever, but I don't even know if I agree with that shit, Spike.
No,
I don't know. I mean, you
So y'all think
signed
it's
up.
different from the military?
Say it one more time.
I mean, because you sign up to be on front lines and put your life on the line in the
No
military.
one signs up to die, y'all.
I'm not saying sign up literally.
Then
sign
you're
up.
back.
Oh,
but this is
well,
what you always do. He says something wild because he's new FIFO. He says something wild, then you always back him up, and you're like, "Well, I'm not saying that." But that's what he just
But
said.
you know what you're
That's
signing
a
up
part of
for,
the job,
though.
right?
You're signing up for
Spike
it.
said he
Jesus,
signed up
see?
to get hot water thrown into his
Hot
face.
water in his face.
See?
man.
All
That's
I'm
on you.
saying, all I'm saying is
Thank
that
you. There you go. That's better.
If he was a librarian,
I want to hear what Rod is saying.
if he was a librarian, like Mike said, he no boiling hot water to the face. But you a cop, I mean, that's one of the hazards of the job.
A hazard is not.
It's like working in a mine.
You're making it seem like
you're
it's a
gonna get lung
requirement.
cancer, bro. Like you signed
And you know the people that go in the mines and get lung cancer. Don't forget your point.
No,
that
that's
get
all
lung
good.
cancer. You know they sue, right?
Do they win? Because I'm sure the judge and the jury like, hey,
Right.
what y'all was doing.
well, the
Like,
paperwork say, sir.
according to this.
What was you finna say, Rod?
No, it was. I mean, it's not.
You might want to clean that up before they think you're agreeing with Spike's crazy ass.
No, I'm not saying that they're literally signing up to die.
That's what
They
he
are.
said.
I know. I understand. That's what he said. All I'm saying is that you know the stuff that you sign up for and the risks that are involved with what you signed up for, and that's all. That's my only point I was trying to make. It ain't nothing serious.
See, no, look, that's a good point, though. That's a good. You should lead with points like that. Not, well, I mean, wherever
signed
you
up
go
for
with the,
this
yo, I mean, that's when you about to
And-
defend some bullshit every time. I mean,
And Spike, they're doing their best to avoid that shit.
right? They're not like, I feel like getting shot today.
Right.
I need to fill my shot quota. I ain't been shot in a couple weeks.
I ain't saying it's gonna happen, but it's a possibility.
I don't know. If you're not willing to get boiling water in the face, you shouldn't be a cop. It's a wild statement. I don't think anybody should be prepared to get boiling water in the face.
You signed up for it, Mike.
No,
Anything
you didn't.
can happen when you go over to that house.
The thing is, if discounting Spike's crazy ass, he should have backed away. At the
should have.
very
At the
least,
very
use your
least.
taser.
Yeah.
If she doesn't have an actual life-threatening weapon, that's the best time to use it. I understand when they're like, oh, well, if a guy's pointing a gun at me, I can't use my taser.
Right.
That's a fucking old, not old, but you know,
Older.
old
Middle-aged
enough.
lady.
Yeah. She's not a child. She's not a teenager. 100-pound woman. If you're 6 foot tall, now this is what I will say, it kind of to write off Spike. If you're 6 feet tall and 300 pounds and you're terrified of water, you shouldn't be a cop.
Because you probably stink too. If you're terrified of water.
I mean, he don't wash his
This
ass.
dude.
I mean, he don't wash his ass, Spike.
Never mind.
Jesus
Terrified
Christ.
of water.
That mean he just
Just out here, 300 pound in it in the
Just
summer.
stank.
He had some of
musty.
that. Where you
It is-
Nah,
must be
that
fair.
Toro.
damn.
I think he kind of. Oh no. Go ahead.
That's funny.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, furthermore to that, I mean, just turn it off yourself. Like, why you are directing this person to do that? It's two of y'all. First of all, you keep y'all keep your eye on the suspect or whatever you want to call it in the moment, and somebody go turn off the pot of water if you feel like it's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's
back.
the whole shit was just sketchy as hell. The other cop sounded remorseful though.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh man, oh fuck, oh fuck, or something like that. He was saying, yeah.
Yeah. The other cop. I don't think was expecting that to go down.
Yeah.
I think he thought this was just a routine check.
Right.
And he was in the other room technically when no he wasn't.
was
No,
behind
no,
it,
he wasn't.
he was
He came
behind
out
it.
with the gun. It's just you can't see from his vantage point what exactly.
So
what
the
exactly
partner didn't
happened.
pull out the gun.
No, they both had their guns.
They both
pulled
had-
out.
oh.
But
Yeah.
only one of them shot because the other cop did not see a threat. He saw a fucking lady with a goddamn boiling pot of water.
And he probably was responding with aggression after he pulled his weapon. So he probably pulled it in response to that.
Because he probably thought she was really. If you watch the video, at no point did it. It never seemed like she was going to throw water on them.
I looked at it, I did
At no
not
point.
see it, bro. And even when people are saying, like, my thing is, if you have to slow it down, because there were people that slow it down, you got to slow it down. You can see, her throwing the water and stuff like that. And, like, it's people doing all kind of breakdowns on the video where, like, see pot, no pot, still shots. And I'm like, I still can't see it.
Right.
And I'm like, because I feel like if a pot is thrown, that type of action would be distinguishable, right? You should be able to see somebody actually moving to throw something. So I don't know.
And furthermore, when he started screaming, she stood down at that point.
He should have then backed away, not go
Yeah.
forward.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she stood down. She clearly was like, "Oh, okay, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing." Like, yeah.
So after he was like, nah, headshot dude, she's gone. You can go get it, but that's a headshot when the guy was going to get stuff. Then he said, yeah, I'm not taking fucking boiler hot water to the fucking head, Spike. Hey, look, it fucking came right to our feet too. So
See? Right to our feet. You stepped forward towards her. You can see she's not well. What did you think she was like? Come on, man. This shit's crazy.
I hope they bury him under the jail.
First degree murder is what they charged him, right?
3
Second-
charges?
Oh yeah, first degree murder. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
No,
Immediately.
Good.
they were quick with this
Good.
one.
Yeah.
They
Because
were-
he did you hear how he was talking afterwards?
yeah.
Like
I
he's
didn't
like
know.
he's like this
No
fucking
remorse.
he
How was
said
he saying? I was saying, what was he saying?
he was like yeah man, this fucking bitch is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
he
in
did
the
say
part that Ken read, you have to hear it.
Yeah.
He's not saying like, oh yeah, man, it's a headshot, she's done. He's like, you can go get it, but I mean, it's a headshot, she's done.
Yep.
Like he's not gleeful necessarily,
Yeah.
but he's very nonchalant about the fact that he just shot a woman in the face. He
like-
doesn't care.
Yeah.
Almost like he's done it before.
Almost like he's done it before, and almost like he's been looking forward to it. This looked like some fucking video game.
Yeah, I'm
And probably thought he was going to get off. Go ahead, B.
No, just saying, the way you described that, Mike, you might be right. I think it wouldn't even matter who was behind that kitchen counter, whether it was a black person, Hispanic person, white person. That dude just sounded like he just had a rage. Yeah.
How do you have this many things against you?
Yeah.
Let
And
go
then-
of the Army for misconduct. 5 different police departments before this one.
and still become a police
How?
officer. Like,
What's
don't they go
happening?
through like all types of evaluations and like you would think, right? Like,
And you would think, how old would you think somebody like that is? Left the Army, 5 offices before this one.
Oh,
you would think
yeah.
he's 50.
Yeah, 54.
This motherfucker's, what was he,
54,
20
yeah.
something, 30 something, early 30s?
I thought it was early 30s. I thought it was
I
early
think
30s.
he's early
Yeah.
30s.
Yeah. I thought I
That's
saw early
crazy.
30s. Yeah.
giving this
Yeah,
motherfucker a weapon.
Yeah, why are you giving this
That's
dude a
what I'm
weapon?
saying. Like, how did he become a cop? That shit's wild.
He looked like,
What happened?
I hadn't seen his face before. He looked like everything we saying.
He does.
He looks
Yep.
just like that.
Yeah.
And there's people analyzing his tattoos, some of his tattoos. I don't know for a fact. So I'm saying other people are analyzing them, saying that some of them look like white power tattoos. So I don't know, man. All I know is this dude had no business being a fucking cop.
What city in the state was that? What city?
I think it was Illinois.
Illinois, yeah.
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah,
City, though.
yeah, this was
Damn.
so ridiculous. I'm seeing people, of course, the people on the opposite side, like arguing that, about taking hot water to the face, so they're trying to use that as a defense.
To lose your life.
Yeah, the classic arguments that come up.
Yeah.
When people talk about training and stuff like that. One guy was like, man, these guys, they go through a lot of rigorous trainings and psych evaluations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that may be true. And maybe, I said, but people can lie on these interviews and these psych evaluations. And on top of that, given this guy's history, maybe the training necessarily in this particular incident isn't with him. Maybe it's with the hiring personnel that decided to pull the trigger.
Exactly.
I mean, that decided to take that out. That decided to hire this guy. So that's the thing about it. So training can occur on multiple levels.
Yeah.
You can have multiple levels of failure in an organization. So, I was definitely the swift reaction by them firing this guy.
Tells you everything.
Yeah.
And
that normally don't
He knew
happen.
he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even came out and said his use of excessive force was unwarranted. They ran down the list. They were
Really?
like, no, this was uncalled for.
Yeah.
They didn't even try to protect him, bro.
Really.
I'm surprised with a record like
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Once you say something like what he said, you better not, I'll shoot you in the fucking face, and then he proceeded to do it.
Yeah.
Like I see people online. Just for that, I don't know how they still are, but I did see some people online that like this ain't the hill to die on. When people was trying to defend, they're like, this ain't nah, bro.
This
like
ain't the one.
this ain't the one. Like I've seen people like normally I'm
Like with
with
Breonna
you.
Taylor or whatever they was
They was like normally I'm all for the blue and all this and all that, but it was like not this one, bro. Like this is you don't down the hill for this one.
Yeah, and the dude's family or woman's family came out and said that they were led to believe that the intruder shot her. The dad said,
Oh,
he didn't
yeah,
even know that
they
a
didn't even
cop
know the real
shot her
story,
until
yeah.
the news report.
They didn't know the real story until later.
Damn.
Yeah,
Lied to him.
so they tried to cover it up.
They always
bit,
do.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
always fucking do. Like, man, I put on Twitter also, don't watch the video. You don't need to watch the video. For some reason, I'm a masochist. I watch all of them. But in the video, the other cops that show up, they go in the house and they see the one on the ground dead, and the cop, it's almost like a movie. The other cop is like, "Where's the gun?" And the dude goes, "There was no gun. She had a pot of hot water." It's like a fucking movie. And the other cop is like, you could see on his face, he's like,
what? You
"What?
Dumbass? Yeah.
You shot her over a pot of fucking water?"
In the face?
In the face? Right by her eye, they said, is where the bullet went in.
Oh my
Damn.
god.
Yeah, it came out the neck.
Jesus
ridiculous. Like-
Christ.
The other cop just automatically assumed if you killed this woman, she had to have had a gun. No, man, it was, she had some water. She had a pot of boiling water. I'm not taking boiling water to the face. Then back up. Why would you lean forward? He wasn't scared. He wanted to kill. Why would he step forward if he's afraid? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, bro. I'm glad people are saying that, Rock, because
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Oh, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people doing it, but yeah, like it's like, nah,
always
this ain't the one. Like nothing I saw like can be justified. I just don't see it. So nah.
Springfield, Illinois. I'm surprised he was able to get a job with a police department that large.
I'm not.
With a record like that.
Like if you never mind, it don't matter. But yeah, cops they defend their own. It takes a lot to fire a cop. A lot. They would sooner get rid of you for something like, oh, I turned in one of my fellow officers. They're sooner get rid of you for that than they would be, oh, you're known for beating the shit out of kids in neighborhoods, or you're known for beating your wife, which a very large number of domestic violence reports are from cops. So I mean, the violence just comes with it. It just comes with it. Like people that try to pretend that cops aren't violent, they're fucking nuts.
Yeah. So
They gonna beat his ass in jail. He gonna have to go ahead and just join that Aryan Nation if he wants some protection.
Yeah,
Otherwise, they gonna fuck his ass up.
Yeah, they are.
yeah, I didn't know he was like in jail. They wouldn't even let him get out. B.
Really?
It's a wrap for him.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
He's a menace. And the
Good.
thing about it is, I bet you, like those other 5 police departments, those stories have to be crazy. Those stories have to be crazy. We don't know what he was doing over
Did
in
you
those
see
other places.
one of them was he was going 110 in a 55 miles per hour zone during a chase. He was trying to chase somebody and his superior officer was like, no, in the pursuit, because it became reckless on their behalf. This motherfucker kept going.
Kept going.
Got up to 110.
Axel Foley used some shit like that. That's not a big deal. I just wonder if he had other like violence cases of like,
Did you say he got dismissed
you know what I'm saying?
from the military?
Nah, that was
serious misconduct. Like, what does that even mean?
Damn. From the military, you know,
From the
that's
army,
when
right.
when
You
they
know it had to be some
right.
shit.
Or at least that's what I read. So, if it comes out later that's not true, as of today, that is still the story. That he was let go from the army for serious misconduct.
Yeah, and one of them, I saw that they said he needed to go under some type of psych evaluation or something like that. So they knew he was a problem. They knew it was a problem.
This is why therapists should go with cops. Because a therapist she'd still be alive if cops were required to have therapists with them, which I know will never happen because there's no budget for it, but there should be. If a therapist was there, that one would be alive. Because the therapist could have gone in there and be like, oh, nah, she's having a break right now. Either that or she's extremely distressed because there was an intruder. I don't think there was an intruder because she has schizophrenia with paranoid delusions. So she probably just saw something that wasn't there. Or she was having she was high. But any of those three things, a therapist could have been like, nope, you guys stay outside. This is not a violent situation. Let me go talk to this woman, calm her down, and then we can take her to a facility to get checked. That's what should be fucking happening. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why people push back on this. Yeah. I said this on Twitter too, and people were arguing. What do you mean? How's a therapist gonna help? Because they are better equipped to deal with people having mental breaks than cops.
Right. And can you think a little bit before you ask a question like that?
You would think, right? You would think. But at the time, it hadn't come out definitively that she had mental illness. But I was just like, how are you guys competent people looking at this video and you can't tell?
Yeah.
She wasn't well. She kept talking about thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. And the cop's like, what? Thank you, Jesus. And people acting like she was joking. That was the wild shit. They're like, oh, she was playing around when she was talking about rebuking you. No, she's having a break.
She was serious.
Yeah, she was having a break. Yeah. Man, this was one of the saddest ones I've seen so far. Yeah. I've seen a lot of cop shootings. This is one of the saddest ones. This was beyond avoidable. Mm-hmm. If she pulled a gun, we could have a little bit of a debate. I'd still say it's avoidable, but we can have a debate. She had no gun. She had no weapon, no knife.
No nothing.
Bottle, water, dog. Mm-hmm. Water.
But she didn't even have that.
And she didn't even have that. You basically gave it
right.
to her. Jesus Christ, man.
Go grab the water. Yeah, basically that's kind of how it went down. Yep.
Yeah, go grab the water so I can shoot you. Go grab that. Go stand by that boiling water so I can shoot you.
The readiness he was to pull his weapon out and say, I'll shoot you in the fucking face. Immediately. That motherfucker was waiting to shoot somebody.
Yeah.